Hello guys, welcome to the new week. This time I just want to make a little intro before we start the series. So in the last week I ended up very profitable. I made 1% on that live funded account and I needed just 1 more percent to make another payout. So in this week we are going to see what is going to happen, and I want to really ask, I would really appreciate that you subscribe. If you'll be watching, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, because that is the only thing that can motivate me to keep posting content. You know, the Forex has its ups and downs and all that, but if I can be able to get support from you guys to subscribe and also drop your comments, I would really appreciate it. Please share to your WhatsApp status or any other place. I would really appreciate it. So let's get to the week series. Welcome to the new week, everyone. So today is Monday. Last week we ended the week on a very profitable week, and I left the week with a very good profit on my live funded account. Yes, I recovered that account to break even after being in drawdown for like 2 months. I recovered it 2 weeks ago, and then last week was when I made little profit of 1% on it. So yeah, last week I mentioned that if I can make 1 more percent on that account, I'll be getting a payout. Yes, I'll be getting a payout, and that 1% is a 1 to 2 at this moment. So currently I am on an AUD card trade. I'll be putting the screenshots. I am on an AUD card trade. The price has just been ranging because there is the Easter holiday is still around, but then I know there isn't really holiday for AUD and also card, but then still, because it's the Easter holiday, it's going to affect it a little bit. So I am on an AUD card sale, and I'm willing to hold it to see what is going to happen. If I lose the trade, I guess I might just have to still wait more before I might get that second payout, and that is the payout I'm really expecting and I would really want to get. Yes, I would really want to get this payout. So that is it. The time is currently 12:08. Let's just see how the day goes. And if you've been watching my content for a while now and you have not been subscribed, please I would really appreciate it if you just hit the subscribe button. It's really going to motivate me to just keep dropping videos. I would really appreciate that. Let's just see how the day goes. So guys, that trade has hit 1-to-1 risk to reward. You can see it is ranging around $25. I risked $25 and it has gotten to plus $125. So if that trade, let me be very honest, if that trade hits me out of my stop loss, it is going to pay me a lot. I'm serious. It is going to hurt. It's going to hurt because this particular one trade that has hit this 1-to-1 risk to reward, if it goes on to hit that take profit, I will be able to request that second payout again. Yes, I'll be able to request, but if I lose the trade, I'll still have to take like 2 more trades before 2 more winning trades. That's it. After that loss, I must get at least 2 more winning trades to still get the payout. So if I lose the trade, it is going to pay me, but then it is not today I started trading. I've been trading for a while. It is going to hurt, but at the end of the day, I am still going to get over it and still come back and follow my rules. That's just the thing. I think that is one of the things that keeps me profitable. And some people think that for someone to get profitable, you have to reach that level where you have just completely detached yourself from the charts emotionally, but it is not true. Your emotions can be there, but you can still be profitable when you don't allow that emotion tamper with any of your trading rules, tamper with your consistency, tamper with your discipline. Whenever I hit stop loss, it does pay me. Sometimes, not all trades, but there are some kind of trades that will hit stop loss. It is going to pay me, but I will still come back and be disciplined and trade exactly what my plan says. And that is why I get this good result. So don't think that you just have to keep working and try to remove that emotions from it. The emotions is forever going to be there. There are trades there. You might be getting wins and losses for straight 2 months, and there is one particular trade that in the 3rd month, there's just something about the trade that you hit stop loss and it is going to hurt you a lot. That's just the reality of this trading. But if you can just be disciplined to not allow it tamper with what you're doing, it is going to move. Alright, so let's just see how the trade goes. The time is currently 4:19 p.m. yes, in the evening. So let's see. So I noticed something about goat funded, right? I noticed something about goat funded since when I made my first payout. my next date to make a payout was 15th January. That was like 2 months ago. But then I did not get profit. I had not make profits to withdraw that month, and then that date passed. But I've noticed since then on their website it's still showing me 15th January as my withdrawal date. So I just contacted I contacted them from their website, and this was the message I got. I got that because it's showing that 15 January doesn't mean that it has to reset every single month. If I miss, let's say if I miss that 15 January because I did not make profit, it is going to reset to, let's say, 15th February. That is not how it works. They said that if I was not able to make that payout, yes, that payout on that 15 January, no matter when I make the payout after that date, I can withdraw it at any time. So if I make this profit from this trade or if I get the profit on this account, I can withdraw at any time as long as it is after the next payout date that they have done. Someone asked me this question, that is why I'm dropping this. So that is something about GoFundMe, and this is very, very nice. I know other platforms, what they do is that once you miss that payout date, you will have to wait for another next payout date. But this one, once you've reached there and you did not get that payout that day, even if you make the profit the next day, you can still make your payout. So that is very good. That is why I always recommend GoFundMe Trader. I just don't know why people are complaining so much about them. I've gotten the best experiences with them. I just hope I get this my payout too. So if you want to get an account with them, the link will be in the description. Hello guys. So the time is currently 6:13, yes, in the evening. 6 in few hours now the place will get dark, or in few minutes. So right now I just want to go and refill gas. Yes, I want to go and refill gas, and that trade has really been moving very, very well. Yes, I'm putting the screenshots that have been moving very well, and it's way more than 1-to-1 risk to reward now. So right now let's just see what is going to happen. I just hope this trade hits that take profit. If it hits take profit, then this series for this week is going to be based on making payouts. Yes, requesting for payouts. So it is something I would really want, but if I lose the trade, then I'm going to take the pain and still continue trading, still execute, because I know I am still going to get that 2% I'm looking for on this account. So let me just go, come back, and let's see. Hello guys, so it's 9:20 in the morning, Tuesday, and look at what is happening with the trade. The trade came very close to my take profit, and now it's reversing. I know maybe by now it must start taking me out. So that is what has happened. Just as I said, the trade is going to hurt me. It is really hurting me right now. But then the reason why it's doing like this is because there was an expectation. It's because of the expectation that if this trade actually hits TP, I'll be getting that payout. But then it is going to my stop loss, and before I could get another payout, I must get like 2 wins in a row. That's after this loss. So even after this loss, I could still come the next trade. I won't lose the trade. So that is just it. There's nothing I can do. That's how trading is. I just have to take it slow. It is going to go slow no matter what I do. So that is what has happened. There's nothing I can do. It is just the expectation. That is why I say you just can't remove these emotions. It is very hard. There are points where that expectation is always going to be there. There might be a point where you really want to do something with money, and you're expecting a trade to give you that thing, and once the expectation is there and that trade actually stops you out, it is going to affect your emotion. So that emotion thing, just know you can never delete it. So it has happened. I just need to keep waiting, just need to keep trading. Probably this week, let's see how the week goes. If I get the payout this week, I would really like it, but then if I still don't get it, fine, I'll still have to wait. So let's just see. The time is currently 9:50, and it's like 30 to 40 minutes since I did the last clip, right? So I'm over the loss already. Yes, this is in just 30 minutes I'm over the loss. So I would say the reason why I'm over this loss this fast is because while I was on the trade, that is why I think experience is what is going to teach you more things in this trading. Yes, experience. While I was on the trade, right, I've even picked up the camera and said it. While I was on the trade, my brain had already put an expectation that I want to get that payout. But since I know that these are things that my brain automatically do, that's why for me, I see for someone to get profitable in trading, you have to reach a level of self-awareness. So I know that there are things that my brain will do that I do not want to do, and that's why so many of us are unprofitable. That is the reason why so many of us are unprofitable. That is why you see that you know that you should be disciplined, you know that you should stick to risk management, but you don't stick to that risk management. The reason why it happens is because you don't understand that there is a part of you that does it and there's a part of you that wants to do it. So that is why I always like split myself into two. I put it in my mind, right, that I am two people. So that first one is that's my brain, which is that brain that said, okay, we should expect that payout. We should expect that payout. That other part of me, I don't know. It's natural. It just happens with all of us. So it just happens with all of us. So that part of my brain puts that expectation that I want to get that payout. And then the parts where I understand that this thing for the past 4 years that I've been trading, it has been causing me so much problems. Now that I am aware of it, what I have been doing while I was in the trade was to tell myself that this thing should not affect me, because there's a chance I will still get that loss. I should understand that I could still get that loss, so I should not let this trade get into my head. That is why I think meditation is very important to you. You just need to keep meditating. Just keep telling yourself this thing can still go to loss, and I need to understand that I should be okay with it. But if I was not doing it like that, if I was not putting in that thought, this trade would have pained me to a point I would want to change my system. And that is exactly what happens. It would have pained me to a point I would want to change my system. So meditation is very important. That's what I do. That is exactly why I dropped a video some time ago, and I talked about here on this channel some time ago, and I talked about in trading, all you need is to just keep going, and eventually you start seeing things that you're supposed to do. Because this thing now, this level of self-awareness that I know I'm doing to stop me from overreacting from trades is based on experience. It's because of experience. That is why I am able to control this. So that is just it. Let's just see how the day goes. It seems I might be getting an opportunity. A 4-hour candle will be closing in 1 minute. This is 9:59. So let me just go to TradingView and check and see if I get an opportunity. I'll take it. It doesn't matter. I just take my trades. I don't need to think if it's another loss, fine. So let's just see. So I just checked the chart and I did not see any opportunity on both the GBP USD or the AUD card. So no trade. Because I lost that trade doesn't mean I'm going to just go impulsively and take whatever I'm not seeing. I'm seeing a bit confirmation that I could take a trade on the AUD card, but it is not that clear. And since it's not clear, I am not going to take it. So you can see how I am controlling my emotions very well. I just try to make sure I am very disciplined. I am trading exactly my system, because I hate it. I honestly do not like it when I come to my journal and I see a lot of mistakes. So I really care about how my journal is clean, just as well as I care about the profit. So I'm not going to let this trade that I lost get over me. I have lost it. I'm not seeing any trade now. Then now all I just need to do is to still wait for another 4 hours to see a close of the candle. If I get an opportunity, I take. If I don't get, I'll still keep waiting. It doesn't matter how long, even if it means waiting till next week. This is just Tuesday. It is still fine. So let's just see. Look guys, so the time is currently 8:23 in the night. So I am currently on an AUD card trade. It is another sell. I had a limit on it since around 2 p.m. Yes, since around 2 p.m. and it tagged me not just long ago. So it's currently on drawdown. Let's just see how this one goes. I don't have much to say. I think I might be holding it over the night. So but what I'm going to do is that since spreads open at night, which most brokers do, I would be, when it's like close to the market's closing time, or should I say market open, around that time when the spreads are going to open, I am going to remove my stop loss if price is still close to my entry. So I'll remove my stop loss so that the spread will not just jump and take me out, because I know every single time when price does that, no matter where price goes to, around that no matter what price goes to, yes, no matter where price goes to around that market open or close, it still comes back to where it was when the market is balanced. Yes, when the market is balanced. So I can still open my stop loss and That is just it. Let's just see tomorrow. Hello guys, so it's Wednesday. So even after that loss yesterday, right, I have gotten 3 more losses, and apart from that, my account has gone back a bit deep in drawdown. So my account is currently at 4930 or so. It's not supposed to be at that. It's supposed to be at least 4950, but Trump did again. Let me show you what happened on the chart. So first of all, this was that AUD card trade, which if I had won the trade, it would have been, I would have gotten that payout, right? So this was that. So the next trade I took after that was this one that I said I had a limit on, and then it triggered and all that. So this one, I think it stopped me out around, I want to check the time, around 9:45 yesterday, yes, at night. So after taking this one also was a good trade. It's all part of how the system works, so I just had to take it, even though based on price action is not looking that good, but then I still had to take it. GBP USD was now where things just got worse. So not this one I had. Okay, so this was the trade. Yes, I was in this trade. I did not really get any issue from this trade, but then I still noticed another opportunity that came up here, and then I took a trade. The opportunity was supposed to be a trade that will enter here. My stop loss would be like this, then my target will be this place. This broker is not really showing the opportunity well, but other brokers are showing it. This is Wanda. So I took it. I took the entry somewhere around here, my stop loss here, and few minutes into holding that trade, yes, few minutes into holding the trade, Trump candle came out, a very strong push. I think it should be this one. No, if I could remember clearly, my entry was somewhere here. Yeah, the stop loss just above, yeah, somewhere here. So few minutes in, that was when this candle came up and took me out. So on this particular trade, what happened was that I lost more than I was risking, and that is what I feel really bad about right now. That is what I don't even want, the fact that this particular trade took more than I risk. Normally all I risk is $25, but that particular trade took out up to $38, and that other trade as well, it did not take extra. Yes, the other trade did not take extra. I think the spread reduced before it took out the other trade. I lost the usual 25, so my account is back to 4930. Doesn't mean I'm not still going to get that payout eventually. I'm still going to get it. It might take longer, but then I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to keep to the plan, and let's just see how the day goes. I haven't seen an opportunity since yesterday. All this happened at night, yes. So woke up this morning, check for opportunities, have not seen any opportunity. I just have to wait and see. So let's see. Hello guys, so today is Thursday. The time is currently 11:59. I have been on an AUD card trade since night. Yes, since last night. Yes, I took it last night, and let me just show you on the system. I mean, there's no need wasting any more time, so let me show you that trade. So this is that trade, 4 hours time frame. As usual, I am still sticking to my system. There's nothing I can do. I just have to keep trading it. So for the 1 hour time frame, this is how it looks. I've been holding it since what time? Okay, since 2 a.m. okay, so it was very early in the morning. So I'll be holding this trade to see what is going to happen. Price has just been ranging here for a while, so I'm willing to hold this one. The reason why I like this one is because it is in line with the trend, but then with this system, whether the trade is in line with the trend or not, it still does what it wants. So, and most of the times it even hits TP more when it is even against the trend. So this is it for this one. Let's just see how it goes. Hello guys, so I just want to say something. I've been studying the charts, my charts, and also my journal. It was even particularly my journal, not even the charts. I was studying the trades I've been taking for the past 2 months, because if you remember, the past 2 months I've been consistent with the strategy I've been trading. Yes, and when I started trading that system, if you go back, you will see that I said that I will not be doing trade management. I will not be doing anything until I get enough data to know exactly how to scale in, how to put my break even, and how to close trades manually before I will do that. So that is the reason why I've been studying since the time is currently 3. I've been studying for like 2 hours or so. Yes, for like 2 hours, I think, or more than that. I've been studying so that I can see how I can optimize that system. And if you notice something about that system for the past 2 months, the way I've been trading, that's why you see people on my comment section say my trades are so random, I overtrade. It is not that way. I have my reasons for that, and I know that the kind of risk to reward I'll be coming out with is not that good, and the win rate and all that, I know it can still come out good, but then I know that that system particularly has not been optimized well enough to know when to scale in, when to close trades manually, when the trades are changing form. So that's what I've been studying, and this is something I would have done even before this month started. Yes, that's something I would have done even before this month started, and I should just continue it for the month of April. But yes, I'll be continuing it. I'll be doing it from today, and I have studied. Now I'll be managing my trades. I can scale in more positions. I've studied the past data. Yes, my past data very well to know when exactly to scale in and when not to scale in. And that's what I've been talking about. I see trades management as a very important part of trading, and I cannot play with that by just saying, let me just start trading a new system and start managing my trades. No, I need data on exactly how price moves with that system first before I know how to manage my trades. Is it at 1-to-1, or does price needs to break structure for me to scale my stop loss or put break even? These are very important things that I needed. So that is what I've been studying, and I've noticed a lot of things. I've noticed a lot of trades that I would have avoided. I noticed a lot of trades that would have closed in profit. I noticed a lot of trades that no matter what, the stop loss was just there. It was bound to just happen. So that is what I've learned, and I've started that right now. That AD card trade that I am on, I've added a position on that one, which I will be showing you right now. So this is from the 15 minutes time frame. Now I am not just trading just 4-hour time frame. I'm trading lower time frames for those scalings. So this is the 30 minutes time frame. Yes, this is 30 minutes time frame, and I just scaled in another position here. So both of these trades, this is the initial trade. Both of these trades, the stop loss is right here, and I have when I reduce this stop loss to this point, the percentage in which I was risking at this point, I took it to this point. I don't know if you understand, but then that remaining percentage is what I added on this second position and scaled my stop loss here. So even if I still lose the trade, I will still be losing that same 0.5% which I normally risk. So I'm willing to hold this trade, and I've seen that based on the price action, if price should come back and stop me out at this point, this trade alone would be invalid. So you can see there's data, there's study behind all this thing. It is not just random. So if price should come back here, I am fine to close this whole position. Even if it doesn't take out the initial stop loss and goes to my take profit, I am fine with it, because I have already seen that the price action should not come here. So that is how I'm going to hold the trade. And apart from that, this trade, I might not be holding it up to the full take profit the way I used to normally do. If I notice any weird price action as well, I would be closing the trade. So that is something about the scalings and all that. Now, so you can see I've just been studying. I have my book here, be writing down things. So it is not just waking up one day and say this is what I want to do. So let's go. At least, hello guys. So the time is currently 5:30. Yes, and that's trade that hit take profits. Yes, that's hit take profit. I'm putting a screen recording. My account has gone back to 5k. Yes, remember it was in drawdown at 4,930, right? And now it's back to 5k again, and hopefully I might still get more wins, and then I'll get that payout. So that's just it. I'm not too excited as usual. The way I react to losses, that's the same way I want to react to my wins. So tomorrow, Friday, it's the last trading day. I don't know if I'll be getting an opportunity even today. If I should get an opportunity today, I'll still take it, and I believe I'll be holding it over the night. So that is if I get an opportunity. Even if I still get on Friday, there's a chance that I will be holding it over the weekend. Yes, over the weekend. So let's just see. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hello guys, so the time is currently 3:45 Friday. Yes, 3:45 in the afternoon. It's almost evening. I haven't recorded throughout the day because I didn't even think I was going to get an opportunity. So right now I just got an opportunity on GBP USD. It's a sell. I'm currently selling that trade and it's a bit in profit currently. So let's just see how that trade goes. I'm going to be managing it. If I see any tricky movements, I will close, just as I mentioned yesterday. If I see a reason to add positions, I'll add positions. So let's just see. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please, I would really appreciate it. My phone is already lagging. I'm not asking for money, I'm not asking for anything, I'm just asking you to subscribe, and this is going to push me up very well. And maybe when I start seeing some good subscribers and good views, I can be able to change my phone. Honestly, things are not really going well. I want to keep posting. Please and please, if you've been watching, I will really appreciate it if you subscribe. So let's just see how it goes. So guys, it's Saturday, the week has ended. Now we can review what has happened so far in the week. So this is GBP USD. I think my first trade, yes, I know my first trade was on AD card for the week. Yes, which was this trade here. So this trade was the trade I needed. This was the only trade I needed to get my second ever payout, and look how close it came to my TP and eventually took me out. You guys know how I reacted and all that, but then eventually went over it. I did not allow it to just take over my emotions and all that. So I waited, and then this was the next trade I got on AED card. I got this trade, sold it. It went a bit in profit, and then later still reversed. Yes, did it actually go a bit in profit? I think the entry was somewhere here. So yes, it did go in profit a little bit before pushing back to my stop loss. So after this loss, the next trade I took was on GBP USD, which is this trade. It was same Tuesday as the last AD card trade I took. So I forgot to mention, this one was on Monday, this one was on Tuesday around, if you can see the time, you see it is 3 p.m. and then this GBP USD is around 7 p.m. Yes, 7 p.m. and I also took another trade here, but then from this broker the rejection is not really showing. So if I go to FXCM now, let me search GBP USD, I will go to FXCM, you will see the trade here. So there was this value rejection which I saw, so I took the trade after that rejection. So I was on these two trades, particularly on GBP USD, yes. So I was on two positions on GBP USD, and this was when Trump made a tweet or something. I know it's just concerning Trump that this candle came out. So Trump did, and then this pushed out and even took out more than I even risked from that other trade. Yes, but this particular trade, it took out exactly what I risked, and that one it took a whole lot, it took extra. So after this, then AUD card, this AUD card trade. So this AUD card trade, the 1 to 2, this was the one I added a position on. I believe you guys will remember this one. So I added position this one up. This is the main trade. This is just an extra entry. I scaled this stop loss to this place, this one to this point, and then what I was risking here, I risked it here, because even if this trade was to come back and stop me out, I would still be losing the same 0.5%. Then I held it up to the take profit. So that was it for this AD card. It recovered my account back to 5k. And then lastly, this trade I'm currently on GBP USD. So market has closed. I don't know, at this point I don't even feel that very confident about the trade. I'm going to do more back testing this weekend to see if maybe I should just close it the moment the markets open. So I don't really know. I'm not really that confident on the trade, and because I do trade management now, and I really do watch price action. If the price action is not really doing good for me, I am going to close the trade. So that is what has happened so far, and this is the end of the series. And if you've been here for a while, I've been mentioning since, please and please, I would appreciate it if you just subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It is going to motivate me to keep dropping content, because at this point I'm really not feeling motivated, because I haven't even started seeing any results from making content. I am currently monetized on this YouTube, but I haven't made any dime from it, because it's not easy to just keep getting. I need to get a lot of views to be able to start getting some money. So I haven't gotten anything. I haven't reached the minimum withdrawal to get anything from YouTube. So at this point, if you subscribe and you share to other people, it is really going to help me. It is going to motivate me to keep dropping content here on this channel. So that is it for this week. I'll catch you guys next week. And also, I have this feeling that by next week there's a chance I am going to get that 2% I need from that 5k account, and I'm going to make that payout. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you come next week again.